students, and welcome back to the video lecture series of web programming. Today's topic is JavaScript functions. I am your instructor Ms. Shruti Rawal. So let us study how to declare a function in JavaScript. You know why function, right? You know that you want to reduce the redundancy of code. You want a code that you can call and use it redundant times, right? So that is the main use of function. You want to reduce the redundancy, you want to separate, or you can say divide the word. Now, can you declare a function in JavaScript? Obviously, JavaScript is also a scripting language, so it allows you to declare a function. How is a function declared in JavaScript? Basically, you can see that JavaScript function is defined with the function keyword. So you have to write function. It is followed by a function name. So for example, my function name is calculate. So I have to write the keyword first, function, then I have to write the function name calculate, and it is followed by parenthesis, right? Now, function names can contain letters, digits, underscore, dollar signs, etc. So the rules of variable names are similar to function name also. Now this parenthesis, you may wonder that ma'am, is this parenthesis empty or can it include any parameters? Yes, because it has similar characteristics to other programming languages, so you may include parameters inside this parenthesis as well. These parameters should be comma separated, right? Now once you write the syntax function, keyword, function name, parenthesis, if you want to write parameters, you have to write it comma separated. If you want to skip, you can skip altogether. But where to write the code, you have to write curly braces start, curly braces end, and inside this curly braces you have to write the code which you want to execute. So here you can see the example function, you have to write the name of the function. In parenthesis you are writing the parameters comma separated, curly braces, inside you have to write the code of your function which you want to get executed. Now once writing the function is completed, the main task is how can we invoke or call the function. So there are three you can say typical scenarios in which you can call the function. You can call the function when any event is occurred. So for example, you have a button on your web page. When the user clicks on a button, you want something to happen, right? So you can call a function in which you have written some sort of logic that you want to get occurred when the user clicks the button. So whenever an event is occurring, you may call the function. The next is, by default, if you want to call it inside the JavaScript code as you do in normal programming languages, right? So if you have a function called calculate, you call it calculate parenthesis and semicolon, right? If you have some sort of parameters, you pass the parameters inside the function and you write the semicolon along with the function name. So this is the normal procedure in which you can directly call the function in your JavaScript code, right? And the last is you can self-invoke the function. When you don't want to separately invoke the function, you write the whole function in parenthesis. So parenthesis, then you write the whole function and then parenthesis. This means you are automatically calling the function. You don't need to separately invoke the function. This is rarely used but used in some of the scenarios. The majorly used scenarios are when you want the function to be called on some event, or you want to be called it in JavaScript code, right?
Okay, so let us see function return. Now as in other programming languages, does JavaScript support a return statement? Obviously JavaScript is also a programming language, so it supports return statements, and when it reaches a return statement inside a function, the function will stop executing. So basically, if the function was invoked from a statement, JavaScript will return to execute the code after invoking the statement, right? So functions often compute a return value. The return value is returned back to the caller back, right? So here you can see that in this example, I have created a function, my function. Inside that I have passed a and b as parameters, and in the code of my function I have returned return a multiplication b. So when this function is invoked, you can see that I have written where x is equal to my function, and then I have passed the actual parameters 4, 3. So as soon as I call this function by passing the actual parameters, what will happen? The control will go over to the function. In function, what is the execution? The execution is you are returning a into b. So the actual parameter value will be substitution. So what will be returned? Return a into b, that is 4 into 3, that is 12. So 12 will be returned, and this 12 value will be stored in which variable? X variable, right? So when you are displaying the variable as x using document.write, and inside that if you are writing x, what is the result that will be displayed? The result will be 12. Right. So this is just the normal procedure of returning that you have already studied in other programming languages, which is also followed by JavaScript. Now, does JavaScript has variable scope? Yes, you know that there is a variable scope in other programming languages as well. JavaScript also provides two types of scope. Local scope, it means whenever you are declaring a variable inside the function, the scope of that variable becomes local. That particular variable inside the function cannot be accessed outside the function. That is known as a local scope. The next scope is global scope. If you are declaring a variable outside the function, you can use it anywhere throughout the JavaScript code, right? So that sort of scope is called global scope. Now let us try to understand this variable scope using a program. So here you can see I have created a program. So this is my script tag. Inside script I have declared a variable a is equal to 10, right? So if you are declaring this variable directly under the script tag and not inside any function, so the scope of this variable is what? It is global. Okay, so this is a variable with global scope. You can use this variable everywhere. Now the next statement you can see I have called a function my function. As soon as it encounters this particular line, that is calling of this function, the control of the code execution will be shifted from this statement to the actual function. So this function is invoked. Inside this function, what have I written? Where a is equal to Volvo. So this is the string that I have assigned to variable a. Now this is the trickiest part. You can see that there is a variable a which is declared globally, and I have assigned some value to that variable a. Inside my function, I have again the variable a, and I have assigned some other value to this variable a. But the scope of the variable a which I have declared inside the function is local, whereas the scope of the variable which I have declared outside the function is global. Now when you call this function, inside the function you can see that document.write, what have I written? A plus I have broke the line, right? So here what will be displayed when I call this my function? What do you think so? Will 10 be displayed or Volvo be displayed? Because document.write is written inside the function, the scope that this a variable will take is local scope. Local scope will have a higher priority than your global scope over here. So this will be overridden, right? So whenever I call my function over here, what will be displayed in the output? Because I have written document.write a here, Volvo will be substituted, and here Volvo will be written, right, with a line break. The next statement you can see document.write, and here I have written a. Now this statement is written outside the function. So will this a be taking the value from inside the function? No. This value of variable a is only accessible inside the function. It is not accessible outside the function. So value of variable a, that is Volvo, is basically taking the local scope. So this is a local scope, right? Now you can see that Now you can see that this document.write A will be taking which scope? Global scope, because this is a statement written outside the function. So this particular you can say statement in which I have written A cannot access the value of this local variable A, right? After that again I have called the function, that is my function. Again what will happen, the control will go over here, this A will be assigned the value Volvo, and here the which value will be print? Volvo will be print. Now so you can see over here that the first statement was my function, so the control went over here and what was displayed? Volvo was displayed, right? So this is Volvo. The second statement was document.write A. So this A is basically the A which is declared globally, and so what is displayed? 10 is displayed. Again my function was called, again this document.write was called, and inside this A, which A is being giving priority? Volvo is given priority. So Volvo 10, Volvo is the output that I am getting. Now let us understand the scope more. Now for example, if I have a variable B, where B, right, I am not writing document.write B inside the function, instead I am writing it outside the function. Document.write and inside write I am writing B. Now tell me whether this B variable is accessible outside the function. Let us see what do we get in the output. If I am reloading this page, I am not getting the value of B. Why is it so? Because this B is having local scope, right? So the scope of this B is local, and because it is a local scope, you cannot access it directly outside the function, right? So that is what local scope is all about. But what if you want to declare a variable inside the function and use it outside the function? Is there any way? Yes, there is a way. If you skip the where keyword, so for example, I am declaring a variable C. So here you can see that by declaring a variable C is equal to OD, I am skipping the where keyword. When you skip the where keyword inside the function and declare a variable, that variable now has global scope. So if you write document.write and instead of B, if you write C, now because this variable has a global scope, will it be displayed over here? Yes, OD is being displayed over here. So this is an exception, that if you want to access a variable which is declared inside the function in JavaScript, you have to skip the where keyword. That makes the variable scope global, right? So I hope you are getting an idea about the scope of variables, right? Try this program on your own and get more clearer idea, right? So this was all about today's lecture. Thank you.